Alright guys, so in the last one we set up our VLANs in the network as well as set up the interfaces and put the interfaces in the correct VLANs. Now, in the last video it did not show the configs. I'm not sure why. Um, when I clicked on it to record and I chose the screen, I chose Cisco Packet Tracer. Apparently, that didn't include configs for some reason. I'm not sure, but I fixed that. I'm using old reliable OBS, so I checked and triple checked, and so the configs are recorded now. So now in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to set up OSPF. Now I'm going to set up OSPF on all three of the switches, and then we're going to assign each end device IP address, and check, verify, make sure that OSPF is forming neighbors, and that OSPF is, or just make sure OSPF is running, and then making sure all of the end devices have connectivity between all the VLANs as well as networks. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one. So let's go ahead and get started. So alright, opening up the switch here. Alright, we got a lot of interfaces coming up. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is enable OSPF. And so I actually believe, let's do a quick show run here. I believe I actually already did OSPF, but let me just double check here. Okay, so everything looks good on the interface. Yep. Let's see, do we have, okay, yeah, so I actually did OSPF for the interface connected, so this switch connected to the switch in network 2. I enabled the interface, or I enabled OSPF on that. But actually, I'm actually going to do something different. Rather than adding all the networks individually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go here. I'm going to first go into router OSPF 1 here. What did I type? See? Alright, let's try that again. Alright, we're going to do router OSPF 1. There we go. And I'm actually going to go here, and I'm actually going to delete this, and I'm going to actually do it another way. So I'm going to just simply go to the front here. Another way to do it, you can just hold control, or go here, no, and then we're just going to double check, do a show run, and then we're going to go just to make sure that that's gone. Okay, so as you can see, there is no OSPF, and instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a passive, what's called a passive interface, and with that, essentially all of the networks will be advertised, but they won't form connections. They won't form connections unless specifically told not to be passive. So essentially what I'm doing is all of these all the interfaces with end devices, they're going to be passive, so they're not going to form neighbor relationships. However, this one here, this one that's connected here, so interface, what we got here, we got interface gig 1 and then 1, so both 1 1. I'm going to make this not passive so that they can form a relationship. So that's what I'm about to set up now. So here we go. Alright, so we're into, again, we're already in it, but again, just to show you, just get up in that. Okay, we're here, and I'm actually going to do and actually we can just do a question mark, and we can see the options we have, and we see we have here passive interface, and so PASS, type tab and it'll finish it, and you can run that, and then you can also run that question mark again, and here we have default. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do default, could do VLAN interface, or you could do it for, specific ones, which I'm going to do for no passive. But I'll wait till we get to that. So right now, we're just going to simply run default. Okay, and there you go. So now any networks that I add will be passive by default, meaning they won't form relationships. Now, there are, like I said, there is one interface where I do want it to form a relationship with the following switch. So I'm going to disable passive for that particular interface. So to do that, again, just did passive. So simple, just do a question mark here, see what we got. So we have no. So let's look at no. And then as you can see, we can do no passive. So no passive interface. And so I'm going to do no pass that, and then we can question mark again. And then I'm going to do it on that gigabit interface. And so I'm going to do it, see here how I'm going to do this. Is it? So I'm going to start. Okay, the interface is right there already in there. Okay. So interface G, and it was G1, but let me just double check here. Yep, G01. So alright. So no passive interface there, and simple as that. No passive interface on that particular interface because I want it to form a connection. Now, finally, what we do is I just simply run OSPF on all of the interfaces. So to do that, simple, just 0, 0, and then 255, 5, 5, 2, 5 for all of the subnets, and 0, and there you go. And so now, if we do a do show run, just so we can see it all together. Okay, so you have right here, have your router OSPF1, you have your passive interface default, you have no passive interface for that interface connected to the other switch in the network, so that can form a relationship. And then you have it running on all interfaces, but all of these interfaces will not form relationships. And that's a security measure because these are end devices. It's just to keep them protected. So that's it for this one. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other routers. So, or I'm sorry, other switches. So let's go in here and go into the CLI. We're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so let's get in here. Config. All right, and same deal. Just router OSPF on 1. Okay, and then same deal. Passive. Okay, so passive interface default. Okay, and then no passive interface for, as we remember from, but just to double check, it is the interface 01, gig 01. So we're going to do it for that, and then we're going to add the network. Okay, and then 0, 0, whoops, 255, 5, 5, area 0. All right, and then again, just do a show run there just to make sure that all looks good. Okay, and as we can see, we got it right there. All right, so that looks good. And again, y'all, this is just a simple way of running OSPF without having to manually continue putting in all of the different networks. So it's just a quicker way. There is no necessarily better way. It's just really your preference. If you wanted to, do it. If you wanted to, add the networks and do it that way, you could do it that way. That's it's up to you. There's all kind of different ways to do OSPF. And so, yeah, like I said, it's really just personal preference. But or your company may have a way you like to do it with its documentation. So if your company has a way it likes to do it, then do it that way. Um, yeah. So all right. So we're in the last switch here, and we're setting up. We're setting up OSPF. So same deal. About to set up the passive default. All right. No passive. Alright, and now we're going to check, since this is here, I'm going to check to see what it is here. So so G1. Okay, and actually, okay, so I just caught this. So I ran no passive for this interface for get GO1, and I also need to run it no passive interface for GO2 as well, so it can form a relationship with this one as well. So let's go back in. We're still in the router config. So let's go ahead and run a no passive for G02 as well. And now let's go ahead and do a show run just to make sure that all looks good. And here we have it. So you see we have no passive here, G01, and no passive interface for gig 02. And so again, I did that because this one has two other switches that is connected to that I want it to form relationships with. So that's why I just did that. And I'm going here, and again, I'm about to set up no passive for gigabit 01. So that is what I'm currently doing. Alright, that looks good. And you know what? I just remembered. Well, we'll go ahead and do this here. I forgot to add the network on oh no, I didn't. But we'll double check. 255 area 0. Alright, I'm going to show right here. And then we're also going to verify that those relationships are forming with those. So here we have it here. Okay. So see that, and then you see that, and it's loading up here. Alright, let me go back in here and just double check and make sure. Yep, okay, I did add the network. Okay, just wanted to make sure I added that network. Alright, now, a way we can check, what am I doing? We can actually exit out of here, and we can go into check the OSPF. So if you're not familiar, if you don't know, what you can and can't show, you can just go to show and then always add or always question mark, and it'll let you know what you can and can't look at. So for this one, I think I might have to, let me see. So I think I think it'll be under IP, I believe. Let's see. Yep, OSPF. So there we go. So see, I forgot like what the specific command was, so I used question mark. So same deal, show OSPF, and then let's see what else we got. So here we go, database, interface, neighbor. So I'm gonna show neighbor. So let's do that, and boom, there we go. You see how we're in this switch here. Okay, so it has this relationship and this relationship, and as we can see, you have the gigabit 2 interface and the gigabit 1 interface, so they have formed relationships. All right, so now from here, guys, all we have to do is just go into the end devices and add IP addresses so they can ping each other and everything. Now normally I would have DHCP to do this, dynamically, so I wouldn't have to do it manually. But I just really want to show OSPF in this and focus on that. In the next one, I'll have multi-area OSPF, and I'll also be setting up DHCP, DNS, everything in that one. So yeah, so let's just go in here. So just it's important to remember what what VLAN you're in. So the PC1 here is in VLAN 10. So yeah, PC1 is in VLAN 10, as well as PC0. So PC1 and PC0 are in VLAN 10. So I'm going to, that's the 10.1.10, and then I'll just give it this is 1, so I'll just give it, well, 1 a priority. 1 is the, I believe I gave .1 to the router, to the switch. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me just double check. Where we at? Yeah. So I gave it .1. So I gave the VLAN 10 the .1. So that's gonna be the default gateway. So instead, I'm going to give it just .2. And you can so let me just make sure I got that right. 10.1, 10.2. And then just go to 0. Alright, got that there. And then DNS, like I said, it's the same. 10.1, 10.2. So got that, so that's all set. Okay. Okay. So that one's all good to go. Let's get the other one here. And then I'm just gonna do this one, 10, 1, 10, 1, 10, 3, subnet mask, 0. DNS server's gonna be the same. Alright, and we're all set there. Okay, so got VLAN 10 set up. Now next let's hop in VLAN 20. Okay. Two. And then again, make sure I get that subnet correct. And like I said, we'll be going over DHCP in the next one. So I'll be breaking down, DHCP, how that works, and what's going on there. But for now, we are doing the addresses, the IP addresses manually. So, and this is why DHCP is important, because, imagine if you had hundreds of devices, right? I'm already getting, tired of that, and this is just a handful. So imagine you have, 100 plus, and you got to do each of these manually. That would be crazy. You'd literally be spending all day just doing that. So we got VLAN 10, VLAN 20, doing VLAN 30 now. All right. Because again, just human error. Having to try to remember so many, IP addresses and all that. It's just going to make a mistake. It's going to happen. I made several already. Luckily, these aren't, I can. It's easy for me to fix now. But if I'm doing, and again, I just forgot that one. What was that one? That was 2. Okay, cool. And then this one's going to be 3. So yeah, just again, just be careful. Don't go too fast. Just well, you won't be. Hopefully you won't be manually entering IPs. But if you ever have to, just again, go slow, take your time, verify, just make sure everything looks correct. and we got this network going. And so now we're just going to do the same here for these networks. We can verify here. I can go into here, and I'm going to ping. So I'm going to ping from this computer to this one here. Since I just did this one, it's fresh in my mind. Go to command prompt. Ping send.1.30.3. Okay, it's gonna gotta do an ARP request, so it's gonna take some time first. But then yeah, so that's the ARP request. Then after that, we should get replies back. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's see what's going on here because we're not getting ping back. So let me see. First of all, let me double check, make sure that that was correct. Send 130, and then 10.130.3, 10.130.3. So okay, so that was correct. So let's see why we are not getting a ping. Let me see here. Let me just double check, make sure I did everything correct. Oh, see, again, it's so easy to make mistakes. I forgot to set the default gateway. And the DNS server should be the same as this. So see, again, and guys, it's late when I'm recording this as well. So that's probably why my voice is very low. But again, I forgot to set the default gateway. So see, I mean, something just as simple as that. But luckily, like I said, I was able to catch it. So honestly, I can just copy and paste and then just change it when I get to a different VLANs. But we see how I just made that easy mistake. And it's a good thing I tried to ping to verify. Otherwise, I wouldn't have caught it. So I'm going to go in here. Gonna make that and okay. So I mean, just something as simple as that, guys, can, you know, not getting a response and start freaking out and just forgot to set the gateway. So that, I mean, you know, in human error that happens. But again, I was able to catch it in real time, and there we go. So, you know, and I'm actually glad that guys, I did not plan that. That literally that just happened. I just, you know, brain fart or whatever. But you know, mistakes happen. So, but we caught it and fixed it, and that's all you can ask for. Alright, so, and I mean, something was telling me that something was off, that I was forgetting something, but and this is why the default gateway is extremely important, because it's trying to find this end device is in another network, and it's like I have no idea what you're looking for or what's going on. So now let's try this again. Again, with the ARP request, there we go. We're getting replies. See, there you go. And that's, so if we run it again, we're getting them all the replies that we should be getting. So there you go. So we got connectivity. You know, if we want to go here into VLAN 20 and ping VLAN 1 3. Again, first one should time out because of ARP, and then there we go. We should get requests. So there you go. And then again, just to make sure we get a request fully, there you go. So alright, so there you go. So that is working there. Now I'm going to set up these devices here, and then these devices, and ping between networks, and that'll be it, guys. So We going in this VLAN 60. Okay, so we're gonna do. We can do VLAN 60 now. Actually, these are all on the same network, so that'll be easy. So yeah, let's just go ahead and knock that out now. All right. Oops. Desktop. All right. So 10.1.60. Just double check 10.160. Yeah. 10.160. Dot 2. Subnet mask. Go to 2. 0. Call gateways. Go to 10. Let's see. 1. Alright, that looks good. Go ahead and copy that. Alright. And, alright, that one. Okay, default gateway. Alright, that's good. Okay. Yeah, this one's this one, I mean, obviously it's very easy because it's all in one subnet. So, pretty easy to remember. Get the subnet correct. Alright. So, I mean, yeah, we can just go ahead and just ping. Well, we can just, ping the router. I mean, yeah, so there you go. So, and then again, if you want to ping another one, should get a response. There we go. Alright, so that's looking good. Happy with that. And now we're going to finally do VLAN 40 and 50. So let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, that's good. Alright, so we got 40 good to go. And now let's do 50. And then, like I said, after this, we'll check for network interoperability, make sure everything can connect or, ping each other. Everything's pinging. And if that's the case, we are good to go. And I will try to be a lot quicker or not take so long in between videos. Forgive me for that. Had had some stuff going on I had to take care of. I am back now. So hopefully, like I said, I should get the next project with DHCP, DNS, multiple areas. I should get that going here in the next couple days. There we go, like that. Okay. And then okay, so that's good. And then, oh, so yep. Apart from that, so that's good to go. Change it to 40. Since it's in that VLAN. Yep, looks good. Alright, so now can I ping VLAN 10? Let's see. And there you go. That looks good. Alright, so we can ping there, and then we can even try, if you want to try an end device. Alright. So that was VLAN 40. We can do VLAN 50 here. Same deal. Let's try 20. Alright. Looks good. I'm going to do 30. So all looking good. Then if we go here, 60. Okay. So looks like we have interoperability, connectivity throughout all of the networks. So that's going to do it for this project, guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll try to get back to you. Thank you all for watching the video, and yeah, look forward to seeing you all next time. All right, y'all take care.